Triad roads are being plowed as cities work to bounce back from yet another winter storm. Good afternoon, I'm Amber Lake. Throughout the system, the biggest advice has been stay off the roads. That hasn't changed. State Highway Patrol tells us in the past 24 hours, it responded to more than 1,000 car crashes. It received 1,600 calls for service. Unfortunately, 2 of the crashes were deadly. Those were in Robeson and Rutherford counties. The roads are still slick in some areas this afternoon. Take a look at this wild video taken less than 24 hours ago on Wendover Avenue here in Greensboro. Look at those tires just spinning. It's just one instance of cars stalling on the roads during the storm yesterday. Today, Greensboro has crews working around the clock to clear those roads for those of you who must travel right now. The city shared in the last 12 hours that crews have been replowing Priority 1 roads since yesterday morning. They'll continue to plow and treat those roads today and get to Priority 2 sometime this evening. They say Priority 3 will follow the completion of Priority 2. As snow cleanup gets underway across the Triad, our team is giving you a look at the current conditions. We're bringing you team coverage right now this afternoon. Let's bring in first meteorologist Alex Williams. He's got the latest on snow totals. Alex.
Yeah, we definitely overachieved in some of those snow totals. Now, don't worry, this is not current, but I do want to show you this storm. It was impressive. This is a 24-hour loop. We were perfectly positioned between an upper level low and a surface low to get the most amount of snow, especially into Davidson County, where we saw some extremely impressive snowfall totals, well over a foot. So there are those snowfall totals. I'll get out here so you can see them all. You can see 8 of those snowfall totals were a foot of snow or more. And in Jamestown, 13 inches there. Our winner, Trinity, just over 16 inches. Lexington, 16 inches there in Davidson County. And then several others into the double-digit category. Archdale there, 11.5, 11 as well as Kernersville, 11 in Winston-Salem. And you can see Eden there, 8.6, 6.5 there for Burlington, Alamance County. A little slow on the pickup, but did quickly pick up a decent amount and a lot of snow at that. All right, that puts us in the history books. 10.3 inches was the official total there at PTI. That's where we keep our record books. And so we are top 10 snowfall. And you were here for it. I was here for it. It was a crazy storm for sure. It's still brutally cold, though, and dangerously cold. We're talking the teens is what it feels like, the lower 20s. Maybe not dangerously cold at this exact moment, but as that sun sets, all of the heat we managed to grab today, it's gone. It's out of here. So we do have the weather impact alert day that stretches through tomorrow morning for those bitterly cold wind chills. Snowy roads will continue to be a problem. The priority roads have been hit and they look great. However, some of those back roads, your neighborhood roads, not so nice there. Give the crews time to be able to get there. Grant them grace. They are very busy trying to clean up this mess that we got. And we got pretty a lot of snow, so definitely a mess out there. So stay warm and avoid snowy travel. Let the crews get to those roads and get them treated and plowed. So we are under a winter weather advisory still through tomorrow morning because of the possibility of some of that snow melt today, refreezing, and a serious concern for black ice as we go into the day tomorrow. We're also going to see the below freezing temperatures and also the wind chills falling back to single digits. So we've got that cold weather advisory in effect as well. This is what it could feel like as we go into our Monday morning. Single digits. A lot of schools, of course, they've either canceled or gone virtual there. And so Amber will tell you more about that in just a little bit. But nonetheless, it is going to be brutally cold tomorrow. So if you're going to go out for some more sledding adventures and some more fun in the snow, or maybe you're just hitting the snow and getting it shoveled off your driveway, it is going to be cold, dangerously so in the morning, not so dangerous towards the afternoon, but still cold nonetheless. And then the wind backs off. That's really the big feature that we have kind of tonight into tomorrow that's making those wind chills as brutal as they are. We're not done with the active weather. We'll see another system approach the Triad as we go from really our Tuesday and into our Wednesday. So this is Tuesday night. You can see some of the rain coming through from the northwest. Temperatures in those mid-30s. That is going to be a cold rain, but it does look like rain. So that's the very good news there. Wind also not going to be a concern in the coming days. You can see here through the evening hours tonight, still keeping gusts around that 20-mile-an-hour range. And then as we go into the morning hours, just the slightest breeze because we're so cold will make it feel that much colder. So bundle up if you're heading outside.
Alex, thank you. Hopefully some of that sun and the temperatures this week will help melt some of that snow. Greensboro was hit pretty hard by the storm like many other cities across the Triad. But let's go to Nixon Norman. She is in Greensboro right now. I noticed some of the major roads are almost completely cleared. What are you seeing, Nixon?
So on our way here, we took a lot of more residential roads, and of course, those are still pretty covered, but those main roads, they are starting to melt. But with the sun came that melt, but also the fun and a whole lot of sledding. We're out here at Greensboro Country Club within Irving Park, and let me tell you, there are people of all ages going down the hill, just getting the fun in while they can with this powdery snow that we saw today and that lingers here right now. I'm actually gonna step out of the way and just show you the sheer amount of people that are here. You saw some behind me, this group closer to me, but even all the way over there, there are just tons of people out here, again, enjoying the weather, enjoying the thing we do not see often, which is snow in Greensboro. And of course, I couldn't let everybody else have fun. I too had to join in on the fun, and I went down the hill. I was sledding. Here's video of it right now just for you to take a look at, of me going down the hill. I have a GoPro in my hand. I'm gonna let the sound just play out. I actually took a ramp. I actually hit a ramp at one point, just making me completely airborne. At one point I went down again, and I went so airborne that my hat actually fell off my head. Yes, the crowd cheered. Everybody was going wild. It's just one of those cases where there's just so much happening in Greensboro right now. Of course, those roadways, they are bad. You should stay off them. But for the most part, people are out here enjoying themselves in Greensboro.
Nixon, what a fun time. You always get the fun areas. You made a snow angel last weekend. You are sledding today. I mean, I'm about to switch places with you so we can swap a little bit. I do have one question for you. I was talking to Bryce earlier in Alamance County, and he said that he saw a couple businesses open. Obviously, there's an enormous amount of people there. Have you seen any businesses around Greensboro open today?
So yes, some of those major retailers, like when my photographer was coming to meet me here in Greensboro, right around this area, she told me that Walmart was open. Basically every McDonald's that she had passed was open. Target, you know, again, those big companies. Now, as for smaller businesses, when we venture out here soon after this hill, I will be able to give you more of an update. But yes, like compared to yesterday, so many more businesses are open.
Awesome. Thank you, Nixon. And be careful out there. We'll catch up with you again later. This morning, Governor Josh Stein addressed the state about public safety concerns following the snowfall. Officials said that crews have responded to about 1,000 crashes and 2 deaths. His main message to everyone was stay home if you can. Take a listen.
Our key message today is to stay off the roads. That way you'll allow the road crews and law enforcement to focus on their essential tasks to keep us all safe. DOT has 2,500 people out working overtime to try to clear as much snow today as they can. But our fear is that with temperatures staying below freezing today and much of tomorrow, many roads will be bad in many places across the state for days to come. We have a lot of miles of road in North Carolina, so it's going to take some time. And we're asking for your patience as our teams work around the clock to clear the roads. In addition, black ice is going to remain a risk throughout the week because of below freezing nighttime temperatures. For your own safety and for the safety of the people clearing the roads, please stay at home if you possibly can.
Yep, those crews are working extremely hard. A couple of school districts have already made the decision to cancel classes or go remote tomorrow. Those districts are Guilford County, Randolph County, Stokes, Winston-Salem, Forsyth County, Mount Airy City, and Alamance, Burlington. Last week, most districts went remote for the whole week, while some canceled classes altogether for a couple days. The state only permits a certain number of remote learning days or days off for each district throughout the entire school year. Well, hey, the snow put a damper on a lot of plans today. The Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium was scheduled for today, but has since moved to Wednesday. It's the second time it's been rescheduled. Right now, WFMY News 2's Logan Campbell is live from Bowman Gray Stadium. Logan, it is looking pretty empty out there today, but I know that those crews have been working to clear the stadium. It looks pretty clear behind you.
Yeah, Amber, it's great out here. I'll get to that in a second. And I want to tell you, NASCAR actually was exploring the possibility of having this race without fans. But project manager of the Clash, Justin Swilling, told me that the fans are such a critical part about racing at the Madhouse. So ultimately, out of the best safety for not only the drivers, but the fans, they've decided to postpone it to Wednesday. Like you mentioned, it looks really clear behind me. I want to show you some video we took earlier of what it took to get this track in this condition. Not only did the crews work overnight, they actually filled 40 trucks full of snow to clear it, and then they brought in jet dryers from Talladega, Martinsville, and Bristol to get it 100% dry. Right now, Amber, the crews are working on the stands, trying to get the stands rid of all of the ice and snow, and hopefully we'll have some racing on Wednesday.
Logan, oh my goodness. I see the dryers on the end of those trucks. That's kind of crazy. I've never seen anything like that. So they're just driving around the track, drying off the track and essentially?
Yeah, so when we got here earlier today about 1 p.m., there was 3 of them. It was so loud. We have a video on Facebook, and I'm essentially screaming at everyone, just trying to explain what's going on because it was so loud. But they had three of those jet dryers just going around in a circle, and by 1:30ish, 1:45ish, this track was 100% dry, Amber. So yes, they could have raced today. The track is great. The infield is about 95% clear. But like I said, and like Justin Swilling said, they want the fans to be here since that is the most important part about racing here at the Madhouse.
Makes all the sense. The track's good, but the stadium is not. Thank you so much, Logan. Well, now that the sun is back, all of the snow and ice left on the roads may finally have a chance to melt down just a little bit. But Alex, while that sounds nice right now, could tonight's freezing temperatures cause another refreeze?
Yeah, and that is the big concern, Amber, is that's why we've got our weather impact alert day continuing to go through. After this monster storm, we have definitely been dealing with the repercussions from that, right? Lots of snow means lots of snow to clear. And so you got to give, of course, the crews some time to be able to do that. We'll see if we can get this clicker to work here. There's the snow totals. Again, very impressive, double digits. And not only that, well over a foot of snow for many locations, not just in one county, in multiple counties. So, of course, it's no surprise that these snowfall totals end up in the record books here. Well, clickers just don't want to work, so that's fine. But you can see the snowiest days, we put ourselves at number 6. That's 10.3 inches of snowfall there. And yeah, so that's a top 10 event for us. Cold and snowy. That's kind of the 2 points to take home as we go through the day today. And into the day tomorrow, we'll see those bitterly cold wind chills again into the single digits tonight. And then you're going to need to, of course, stay off those kind of secondary roads, those back roads. Give the crews time. They're going to get to you. You just got to give them time to do so. There's a lot of roads across the entire area, entire Piedmont Triad to clear. And we've got, again, over a foot of snow in locations. And that doesn't just disappear overnight, especially when you have temperatures that are not above freezing for a lot of us. And so just very chilly. Because of the impacts expected, we will continue to see the winter storm, or winter weather advisory, rather, not winter storm. That has expired. And then we also have the cold weather advisory for those very cold temperatures expected overnight with, again, wind chills back into the single digits. And that's dangerous if you're out there for an extended period of time. So try to get your sledding done in the daytime. Let's try to stay off the roads and stay out and stay inside instead of outside as we go through the evening. This is what it'll feel like. Again, you can see those single digits sticking with us well into our Monday. By the time we get into the afternoon hours, things definitely become a lot better as far as some of those temperatures. And then, if that's not enough, we've got another system to track. And everybody I know is just triggered at this point when we're talking about systems because they think it's another winter storm. No, this one looks like it is going to primarily be rain. So tomorrow, good, lots of sunshine. Tuesday, lots of sunshine. This is great. Sunshine helps melt that snowpack. And then you can see here in Futurecast as we go into our Tuesday evening, we're going to see southwest winds. That's those warming winds. And then we're also going to see that batch of moisture push through. And of course, since things are warm, we're really not concerned about snow. Now, I think the one thing you might have to watch out for, though, is about some of the snow left over. We get rain on top of that. And of course, rain on top of snow probably means a little bit of some icy situations because, again, remember, we have over a foot of snow, and that takes a while for that to melt and to disappear. And rapid snow melt could also be a concern as well. Unfortunately for us, since we are dealing with drought conditions and temperatures below freezing, the ground is frozen solid, so a lot of that snow melt, instead of going into the ground, which is where we would like it to end up, that's going to end up not in the ground. It's going to end up in runoff and streams. And so that is an unfortunate thing because we do need the rainfall. But all said and done, Amber, historic. Just absolutely historic.
Yes, I grew up here. I'm from here. And so having the snowfall yesterday was absolutely insane. I was just staring outside with my husband and I was like, I don't think that I could ever remember a snow like this. My brothers and my sister and I were all texting back and forth, sending pictures of our totals like as the night progressed. And my brother in Thomasville, which got a ton, was sending me like 11, 13.
Yeah.
And I was like, it just keeps going. It's never going to stop.
Yeah, that's the way we felt, Tim and I. I mean, we're looking at it and we're like, okay, this is supposed to cut off. And then it wasn't cutting off because we were perfectly positioned between those two storm systems and just a fire hose of moisture right over us. So it wasn't cutting off and we're like 12, 13, 14, 15. We're like, well, this is crazy.
This is crazy. My parents are at their house now in Archdale as well. And my dad is using the leftover snow whenever he was shoveling or whatever. He's using it as a cooler for his beer right now because it's just so deep and it's so cold outside. And I'm like, issues.
Well, there you go. I mean, you might as well get creative. You've got a lot of snow. And again, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. It's going to provide multiple days of sledding opportunities, but also multiple days of maybe some headaches for folks that are still maybe trapped because of the sleet that's left over. It's just crazy to think about.
It is because, you know, we have a producer that actually called out today because he sent a picture of his neighborhood and he said that he's just completely blocked in and he doesn't know when exactly those roads are going to get plowed. And like even driving here from, because I live in Archdale, even driving here from Archdale, I mean, obviously 85 was clear and it looked perfect and clean and dry, but the back roads like Archdale Road and Cheyenne are just completely covered. And I know, unfortunately, because that sun today melted some, it's going to turn into black ice and that's just going to stick around because we don't get above freezing until when?
I mean, I think into tomorrow, I think we start to creep towards freezing and then above it as we go into Tuesday and Wednesday. That's both very good news. And then unfortunately overnight we fall back below freezing. So you get the melting, refreezing of black ice. And so really concerned tomorrow especially.
Yeah, it just seems like it's a cycle of chaos.
A cycle of chaos. I like that. That's a great way to play it. But I mean, obviously people have been enjoying this now.
Yes, of course. I love the pictures that we've been seeing too of all the dogs and the sledding, and of course Nick's and Norman sledding right now and having fun. So remember, if you have any questions during the snowstorm, we have you covered. You can text 336-379-5775 with any weather question you have, big or small.
Besides watching the snow come down and then staying inside because it's so cold, what are you going to do? Well, a local financial strategist says there are 5 things you can do to improve your finances during a winter storm. Janae Adams took to Instagram last week during the first winter storm, telling people snowstorms are a great way to save money. You are stuck in the house with nowhere to go. All you need to do is stay away from Amazon. Well, this week, she expanded that recommendation with 5 things to improve your finances during a winter storm. Here's the list. Number 1, look at your February spending plan. What's coming in, what's going out, and where you can save. Number 2, spend time on your phone or computer unsubscribing.
Number 2, let's unsubscribe from all those emails that cause you to spend money that you probably shouldn't be spending. This is a great time to sit down into your email list and really look at what is it that I need to just unsubscribe to so I can save some money.
Number 3, open up a free high-yield savings account and put at least $50 in it. The online high-yield accounts give you a much better interest rate on your money than a traditional bank.
Life gets so busy outside of when we're snowed in that we just forget to save money for ourselves. We might can cut back and pay extra to debt or pay extra to other things that are in our life, but we always forget to save. So I believe the high yield savings account, opening that up for free and putting the $50 in there is the most important one.
Number 4, declutter your house. She says you need to walk from room to room and see what you're not using, what you're not wearing, and either sell it or give it away. And number 5 is really an improvement of finances for the entire economy. When the snow melts, she says help build back the local economy. Go eat out, go shop at a locally owned place. She says if we would all do that, we could put more than $2 million into our local economy.
You should stay off the road, but if you have to head out, make sure that you do it safely because the roads are covered in snow. We've talked about it all day long, and many are still covered with lingering ice from last weekend's storm. For example, if you're driving just 35 miles an hour, an icy road can increase a normal stopping distance by 10 times because tires lose critical traction. And take it slow out there. When stopping, don't slam on your brakes. If your car ends up sliding, steer in the direction that you want your car to go. Much of the rest of the state is also under a blanket of snow. You probably don't think of Greenville, North Carolina as a snowy city, but here it looks more like New England than North Carolina. And it looks like these kids in Huntersville are enduring their weekend sledding down a pretty massive hill. That looks like a winter wonderland there. It's so much fun. Meanwhile, over in Mooresville, it's completely unrecognizable under this thick layer of snow. We all seem to wake up to a thick layer of snow this morning. It can be beautiful to watch these snowflakes fall from the sky, but how do they actually form? WFMY News 2's meteorologist Claire Fry raises our weather IQ.
Have you ever wondered how snowflakes form? Well, let me start by saying it's one of nature's most fascinating processes, and it all starts with water vapor in the air. It all starts high in the sky where water vapor is floating around like little invisible clouds. When the air gets cold enough, and I mean really cold, below freezing, that water vapor starts to freeze onto tiny particles like dust or pollen and forms a tiny ice crystal. From there, the magic starts to happen. As that crystal tumbles through the sky, it picks up more water vapor, which freezes and forms the arms of the snowflake. And here's the wild part. The shape of the snowflake depends on how cold it is and how much moisture is in the air. When it's really cold, the snowflake can be simple, just a few icy lines, but when the air is a bit warmer, things get wild. Snowflakes grow crazy, beautiful branches and start to look like little ice sculptures. What's also really cool is that no two snowflakes are exactly the same. This is because each one forms in slightly different conditions as it falls through the atmosphere. It's like nature's little frozen artwork, made just for you. Stay warm out there and take a moment to enjoy the beauty of winter. Thanks for watching this week's Weather IQ. I'm meteorologist Claire Fry.
Gosh, my photographer and I yesterday saw some beautiful snowflakes while reporting outside. It was absolutely amazing. But hey, it's probably best that you just stay inside for the rest of the night. But if you do need to leave the house for some reason, be on the lookout for frostbite. Make sure that you wear warm layers, avoid staying outside for too long, and seek medical attention right away if anything seems wrong. Here's what you need to do if you think someone has frostbite or hypothermia. Get to a warm area as quickly as possible and remove any wet clothing. Warm up with dry layers of clothing or blankets, and be careful, don't use hot water or artificial heat sources for warming. Don't run or put pressure on frostbite areas. With the snow and cold temperatures, it's important to know that your pipes are at a risk of freezing as well. 2 Wants to Know's Kevin Kennedy talked with a plumber to see how you can prevent that from happening.
Here we go again. Ready or not, another winter blast is on the way. 3 to 6 inches of snow in the forecast, with temperatures down in the teens. The Arctic blast can put pipes at risk and keep plumbers busy. Eugene Demeshev has seen a lot in his 23 years and has some tips to help. First, remove the hose from the spigot and cover it up.
That would be a good practice. Then that you don't forget about disconnecting the hose, putting that cover on, and then definitely it would protect it better.
Second, if you have a crawl space, listen up.
If you close the vents, yeah, it will definitely keep the temperature above freezing.
Inside, it's all about the drip. Open your faucets to keep water flowing.
It can help if you leave a faucet, crank it open, just let it drip so the water would move a little bit. Then it would prevent from freezing.
If your attic isn't heated, you may want to insulate the pipes. If you have extra insulation,
So I always pay attention to those that are on an exterior wall.
opening cabinet doors will allow that warm air to surround the pipes, and you might want to boost the thermostat a few degrees. Kevin Kennedy, 2 Wants to Know.
While it may be a mess outside here in the Triad, our neighbors to the east were hit just as hard. Baron James gives us a look at the snowfall in Roxborough.
As Frosty watched from this window overlooking the Roxborough Town Square Saturday, intermittent, big, bountiful, fluffy snowflakes blew across parts of Person County, with homes and lawns all painted in white as the temps hovered in the teens, the wind chill in the single digits, and the wind gusting at times.
But I love it, love it, love it, love it.
For some folks like Eugenia Walton, who dropped by the food line for some last-minute grocery pickups, the snow's a welcome winter wonderland that started taking shape early Friday evening.
It started last night about dusk to dark, and with a little fine snow, and then by the time I got ready to go to bed, it was really coming in. It was beautiful.
And then you woke up this morning.
It wasn't doing that, and then all of a sudden, here it is again.
When the first round of snow moved in Friday night, Person County picked up 1 to 2 inches. We're calculating here on this wind chill about a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch of snow accumulation. On the ground, the slick surfaces raise the risk of slipping and sliding while walking and riding. The Roxborough Police Chief warned drivers to stay off the roads, those covered in snow, as well as some secondary streets still dotted with ice from last weekend's visit from Old Man Winter.
Some of the roads are a little untreated, for us, the secondary roads are concerned, but the major highways it's a little good. It's not as bad. It's not as slick as I thought it would be.
Far cry from the heat is on, the pop song blaring in the background as Gregory Pointer pumped gas at this Sheets.
If you got to come out and it's something that you need, just going back home. You don't need to ride around because it ain't good for you out here.
I think that we have a package coming up that we're going to show you of some things that you can do during the snow. Looks like we are having some technical difficulties. Heavy snow means it is time to sled. Of course, we had Nix and Norman out there earlier taking a sled, having some fun. Take a look at a video that we got from Raleigh. These kiddos are turning the snow into a ski resort. Be sure to send all of your fun snow videos and pictures to us at 336-379-5775. You just might see them on air.
Besides watching the snow come down and then staying inside because it's so cold, what are you going to do? Well, a local financial strategist says there are 5 things you can do to improve your finances during a winter storm. Janae Adams took to Instagram last week during the first winter storm, telling people snowstorms are a great way to save money. You are stuck in the house with nowhere to go. All you need to do is stay away from Amazon. Well, this week, she expanded that recommendation with 5 things to improve your finances during a winter storm. Here's the list. Number 1, look at your February spending plan. What's coming in, what's going out, and where you can save. Number 2, spend time on your phone or computer unsubscribing.
Number 2, let's unsubscribe from all those emails that cause you to spend money that you probably shouldn't be spending. This is a great time to sit down into your email list and really look at what is it that I need to just unsubscribe to so I can save some money.
Number 3, open up a free high-yield savings account and put at least $50 in it. The online high-yield accounts give you a much better interest rate on your money than a traditional bank.
Life gets so busy outside of when we're snowed in that we just forget to save money for ourselves. We might can cut back and pay extra to debt or pay extra to other things that are in our life, but we always forget to save. So I believe the high yield savings account, opening that up for free and putting the $50 in there is the most important one.
Number 4, declutter your house. She says you need to walk from room to room and see what you're not using, what you're not wearing, and either sell it or give it away. And number 5 is really an improvement of finances for the entire economy. When the snow melts, she says help build back the local economy. Go eat out, go shop at a locally owned place. She says if we would all do that, we could put more than $2 million into our local economy.
Our weather impact alert continues until Monday morning. WFMY News 2 is the only station that continues to provide you with nonstop 24/7 streaming coverage right here on WFMY Plus. Stay right here for more winter weather coverage.